Hello everybody, Jackson here with the Wealth Squad. Today we'll be talking about crypto and the recent dip. But before we get into that, I just want to show you that this is coinmarketcap.com and that if you have any cash sitting around, good for you, right? Because this dip has been fierce. It has hurt a lot of people, liquidated a lot of people. So if you have cash right now, cash on the sidelines, now you should consider to, invest it, number one, and number two, pat yourself on the back for holding out this long. So looking at the top cryptocurrencies, you can see each coin is down a considerable amount. Bitcoin not being down 10% in the last 24 hours or double digits. Everything else has been. But you can see some are more hurt than others. Like Solana was once 260, now 100. We can see Avalanche was once over 120, now 60. Ethereum was over 4,800, now it's 2,500, so down almost 50% for Ethereum. And we can see Polygon once over 2, not that bad. Crypto once around 1, at least like 75. Chainlink once 50, usually around that 20 range, now 15, 16. But let's look at the actual market cap for all cryptocurrencies. So we can see over the past year, we are at the same level that we were at in, June, July, August of this year, as well as March of last year. I'm sorry, August of last year, March of last year. So we're at that same level, right? Nothing's changed since then, looking at the market cap. Year to date, we start off at 2.2. We are now at 1.6-ish. So definitely a giant drop. I was always saying that below 2 is, when you should start sniping some deals. But now we're seeing considerably below 2 trillion. So definitely it's time to start looking for stuff to buy. What you should buy exactly is up to you. However, what I am looking into mostly is you want to buy the more volatile coins, just because those are the coins that are going to jump first when this rebounds, right? They're going to jump first and most. So Ethereum on the watch list. We can see right here, giant drop over the past month or so, from over 4,000 to under 2,500 just in the last 30 days. So definitely something to look out for. 38% on the second largest cryptocurrency in a month in the negative is not something to ignore. So watch out for Ethereum. Definitely a giant contender. Next, obviously Solana. You cannot pass up Solana at these prices, around 100. We haven't seen since August, before Solana really even took off, right? It was in that 30-40 range for a while. Then it hit that peak of 259 and was around this 200 range. But this is the first time it's been below 115-ish since September, which is crazy. So Solana is a huge one. You can see this chart breakout pattern. We see a heads and shoulders, right? We see a shoulder, or you can say that's a shoulder as well, and that's the head, and it's generally a bearish pattern. But Solana, giant, huge one. Keep on your watch list. Maybe potentially buy at these prices. Avalanche. Avalanche has stood up pretty dang well during this dip. Whereas just because recently Avalanche just took off, you could see in October, November, it went from 55 to 150, tripled. But now it's back down to those $50 prices, right? We could see over the last month, gone from 120s to the 60s, down 50%. And you can see on the year, it's actually over 140, around 150 at one point. So more than my 120 estimate at the beginning of the video. But yeah, Avalanche, another blockchain token that has been hurt dramatically and drastically in the last month or two. Uh, watch out for Avalanche, Solana, Ethereum, and let's look at some other good deals out there. Luna, let's see. Luna has done pretty well recently, so it's not going to be a huge dip. Yeah, just like December prices. But yeah, still something to look into. I wouldn't say it's the biggest deal out there. Matic, another one that's been pretty resilient considering the last couple months. We're buying at November prices right now, 150s, when earlier in July was under, 65 cents. Crypto.com. Crypto.com coin is one of Chris's favorite, and you can see it's been hit huge recently. Definitely a coin to keep on your watch list. Maybe add some. Definitely one of the biggest contenders out there, down 64, 65% from all-time highs, which was just in November, right? So November, December, January, just 2 months away, and we're down 65%. So add Crypto.com to your watch list. Crypto.com is actually a solid platform. I'm on it right now. It's like a staking platform similar to BlockFi and Celsius, and it's more to do with trading, and it's generally just easier to use. But definitely a solid coin, not necessarily a blockchain token like the others, but an actual app that you could use. Chainlink, let's check out Chainlink. Down a ton, but has seen worse days. You can see in July was around 13, now at 16, 15.50 actually. So a lot of carnage with Chainlink. Although Chainlink's pretty dang resilient, you can see it's usually in that $20 range. And this is, obviously an oddity for Chainlink to be out of that range. And what you should do with those is simply buy and wait, right? Because generally the coin will go back up, right? That's just how it is. Especially in times like these when dollars are not necessarily hard to come by in terms of inflation. You want to buy these assets and at least buy them cheap, right? Because this is considered cheap for sure. Buying at 15.30, right? Just in the last 5 seconds, it's gone from whatever. But yeah, huge drop in Chainlink as well. Definitely a coin to look into. Go over a few more. Mana, the Decentraland token, down below 2 at this point, was once almost 6 before the big metaverse jump and the launch of its metaverse. So it's similar to Crypto.com in terms of the chart, but right now we're seeing prices we haven't seen since November, October. But during this time was before the game really stabilized itself in the metaverse. And Axie Infinity is less set up, as you will, like in the metaverse, right? Decentraland has its own thing and everything. Axie is still kind of slow, so I'd say Mana is the dominant one in this space at this time. But you can see Axie Infinity once 160, 170, now approaching the 50s and 40s. So what we have learned is that crypto is being slammed just within the last minute or two that I've been recording. More and more cryptos are falling, right? Was once 25.20, now 24.30, right? So just a somewhat 3% drop within a couple minutes of recording this video. So guys, I hope you are safe in this time of pain in the crypto market. If you have cash, now's the time to look to deploy. You're not going to get much better deals here, as well as not as much fear, right? I haven't seen this much fear and carnage in the market in a long time. So I hope this video helps somewhat. There's the deals in the market for you, and I hope you make some money out of this, right? So thanks for watching, and until next time.